Once upon a time there were a housemouse and a mountain mouse. They met at the edge of the forest. There the mountain mouse was in a hazel bush, picking nuts. "Wow, hard work," said the house mouse. "I didn't expect to meet family out here in the countryside," she said. "Just how it is," said the mountain mouse. "You're collecting nuts and taking them home," said the house mouse. "I have to, if we are going to survive the winter," said the mountain mouse. "The hazelnuts are big and plentiful this year, so there should be enough for a hungry body," said the house mouse. "You're right," said the mountain mouse, talking about how well she was living and how good she had it. The house mouse thought she had a better life, but the mountain mouse insisted that nowhere was as good as the forest and the mountains, and she was happiest there. The house mouse claimed she was happier, and they could not agree on this. In the end, they promised to visit each other at Christmas, to see and taste who had the better life. The house mouse was the first to visit for the Christmas feast. She traveled through forest and deep valleys. Even though the mountain mouse had moved down for the winter, it was a long and hard journey. It was uphill, and the snow was deep and loose. So she was tired and hungry by the time she arrived. "I can't wait to eat," she thought when she got there. The mountain mouse had gathered a lot of good food. Nut kernels, thistle roots, and other types of roots, and lots of other good stuff from the forest and the fields. She stored it all in a hole deep underground to keep it from freezing. There was also a spring nearby that was open all winter, so she could drink as much water as she wanted. There was enough food, and they ate well. But the house mouse felt it was just basic survival food. "It's enough to live on," she said, "but it's nothing special. You should come and see how we live," she invited. Sure, she agreed, and it was not long before she visited. The house mouse had gathered all the Christmas food that the lady of the house had spilled while she was busy in the festive season. Cheese crumbs, butter, tallow, cling crumbs, sour cream bread, and lots of other goodies. Under the barrel tap she had enough to drink, and the whole room was full of great food. They ate and enjoyed themselves, and the mountain mouse could not get enough. She had never tasted such food. Then she got thirsty because the food was rich and heavy, and she needed a drink. "The beer is right here, let's drink," said the house mouse, and jumped up on the edge of the drip tray to drink her fill. She didn't drink much though, knowing the Christmas beer was strong. But the mountain mouse loved it, having ever drunk water before, and kept on drinking. But she couldn't handle the strong beer. She got drunk and dizzy, started running and jumping from one beer barrel to another, dancing and tumbling among the cups and mugs, chirping and squeaking as she was drunk and crazy. "You shouldn't act like you're fresh out of the mountains today," said the house mouse. "Don't make such a mess and noise. We have such a mean cat here," she said. The mountain mouse said she didn't care about cats or anything. But the cat was sitting at the cellar door, listening to all the noise and all the chatter. As soon as the woman went down to tap a beer bowl and open the door, the cat slipped into the cellar and caught the mountain mouse. That was quite a scene. The house mouse quickly hid in her hole, safe, watching as the mountain mouse got caught by the cat's claw. Oh dear, please spare my life. I'll tell you a fairy tale," she said. "Let's hear it," said the cat. "Once there were 2 little mice," the mountain mouse started, squeaking slowly and sadly, trying to drag out the story. "So they weren't alone," said the cat, cutting her off. "Then we had a roast to cook." "So you weren't hungry," said the cat. "We put it on the roof to cool it down," said the mountain mouse. "So you didn't burn yourself," said the cat. "Then a fox and a crow came and ate it," said the mountain mouse. "So I'll eat you," said the cat. But just then the woman slammed the cellar door shut, scaring the cat, who let go, and whoosh, the mountain mouse was up in the house mouse's hole. From there it was way out into the snow, and the mountain mouse quickly started her journey home. "You call this living well, and say you have a better life," she said to the house mouse. "I would rather have less than to deal with such a big place and such a fearsome cat. I barely escaped with my life."